Dublin, a city of history, culture, and adventure. A sweeping drone shot of Dublin's skyline, transitioning to bustling streets filled with tourists and locals. The camera zooms in on the famous Temple Bar area, showing the colorful pub facades and people enjoying the city. It's a city where history and modernity collide with a pint in hand. But what if I told you, Dublin is so much more than just Guinness and shamrocks? The vibrant streets pulse with stories, the culture runs deep in every corner, and adventure? It's always just around the next bend. You standing on the iconic Halfpenny Bridge, the Dublin skyline behind you. Today, we're diving deep into Dublin. We'll explore the streets, the pubs, the parks, and the secret spots that only locals know about. And trust me, by the end, you'll see Dublin in a way you never expected. Stick around because, spoiler alert, we're going to end the day in a place you never imagined you'd be. Ready to get started? Let's go. A walk down Grafton Street, bustling with street performers, shoppers, and tourists. Dublin's heartbeat? It's on these streets. Grafton Street is more than just a shopping hub. It's where the city's soul comes to life. From talented musicians playing to crowds to the vibrancy of the shops around you, there's a magnetic energy here. Trinity College, with students walking through the courtyard. And just a short walk away, Trinity College, home to the ancient Book of Kells, holds the key to over 400 years of history. This isn't just a university. This is where scholars and dreamers have shaped the very story of Ireland. If these walls could talk, imagine the tales they'd tell. You in front of Dublin Castle. But Dublin isn't just about the old. It's a place where the past and the present dance together. Take Dublin Castle, once the seat of British rule, now a hub for Irish culture. It's the kind of place where you can feel the weight of history while sipping your coffee. You taking a sip from a coffee cup with a playful wink. Because hey, who needs a monarchy when you've got a good flat white, right? You walking by the River Liffey with the Halfpenny Bridge in view. Dublin is a city of contrasts, ancient and modern, quiet corners and lively streets. But no matter where you go, the River Liffey is always the constant companion. It's the city's lifeblood, and as you cross its iconic bridges, it feels like you're crossing into new worlds. A lively Dublin pub with a pint of Guinness being poured, clinking glasses, and patrons laughing. And now for the part that everyone's been waiting for, pubs. Dublin is home to some of the best, most historic pubs in the world. But don't just take my word for it. The locals here will tell you, it's not just about the drinks, it's about the experience. You entering Temple Bar, the streets filled with tourists and live Irish music. You can't talk about Dublin without mentioning Temple Bar. It's a haven for tourists, yes, but it's also where you'll hear some of the best live music in the city. From folk to rock to traditional Irish ballads, the energy here is like nothing else. You'll find yourself tapping your foot and maybe even singing along without realizing it. You laughing with a local bartender, taking a sip of Guinness. Now, I know what you're thinking. Is Guinness really that good? Oh, it's not just good, it's a Dublin institution. Trust me, it tastes better here. But don't take my word for it. You'll have to try it for yourself. Wink. Maybe after a few pints, you'll even start thinking you've got the luck of the Irish. You outside a quirky speakeasy-style bar, walking down an unassuming alley. But Dublin's pub scene isn't just about the famous spots. There are hidden gems tucked away in alleys and side streets, where the atmosphere feels like you've just discovered a local secret. Who knew you could find such cozy, intimate spaces in a city that's so well known? Scene shifts to a group of Dubliners singing traditional songs in a small pub. And just when you think it can't get any more fun, you're invited to join a group of locals singing a ballad, and suddenly, you're part of the Dublin story. In these moments, you realize Dublin isn't just a city to visit, it's a place you experience with all your senses. You walking through St. Stephen's Green, a lush park in the heart of Dublin. Now, let's take a moment to catch our breath and discover a side of Dublin you might not expect. The parks. Dublin is surprisingly green. St. Stephen's Green, for example, is a peaceful oasis in the heart of the city. Here, you'll find Dubliners walking their dogs, reading books, or simply enjoying a moment of tranquility. It's a reminder that Dublin isn't just about the hustle, it's about slowing down and soaking in the beauty around you. You on a viewpoint overlooking the city with a panoramic view of Dublin. And then there's the view. Whether you're standing atop the Guinness Storehouse or climbing the hills just outside the city, Dublin is a city that looks beautiful from every angle. There's a serenity here that makes you want to linger, to really appreciate how every corner of this city has a story to tell. A quirky, hidden alley with street art and local shops. Dublin's not just about the obvious sights, it's the little surprises tucked away in every corner. Take this hidden alley, an art gallery on the walls, independent shops with unique finds, and a local vibe that feels like you're part of something special. Dublin's charm is that it's full of these little moments, waiting for you to discover. You at the foot of the spire on O'Connell Street, with crowds of people passing by. As the day winds down, Dublin keeps surprising. From the famous landmarks to the hidden treasures, every moment here leaves you wanting more. A close-up of you looking out over the city as the sun sets. And remember that secret spot I promised you? Well, here's a little cliffhanger. Dublin's magic doesn't just lie in its history or pubs. It's in those unplanned moments, the ones that catch you off guard when you least expect it. So, get ready to step into the unknown, because that's where Dublin's real magic happens. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more adventures.